Hello, hello, Dashers. It is Sunday at 7 p.m. CDT. How's everyone doing? I am in Fuzzy, but I am at Dasherville. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week this week trying to get Dasherville purged. Let's just put it this way. I have been going through a lot of boxes still, repurging again. I went ahead and organized some of my bins. It is a disaster, not gonna lie. I'm trying to get all of my jewelry back onto my work desk. Um, so I can have all of my beads again and start, getting all of my things unpacked. Um, let's see. Hey, Mike, how are you? Where's my video? Actually, Mary came over, Northern Sparrow came over to say hi. She was my first ever visitor to Dasherville. So yesterday, and she left this afternoon. Um, so I told her, I'm like, hey, if you came to visit, you know what I mean? Yeah, if you came to visit the house, it's complete disaster because I'm going through everything. But she still loved it. So it was nice to have a little company. But yeah, I've been quite busy trying to get things organized. Hey, Kathy, how are you? PJ Stitchery, how's it going? I've started on my garage. Yeah, literally, it is so much like crazy to have, I'm repurging and repurging and repurging. And it's just like I still can't believe how much stuff I have. Still going through everything. See, Mary's here. She was she came by and she actually got to see Dasherville with her own eyes. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Long time no see. Yeah, like a few hours. Did you make it to your friend's house? I know, right? Long time. Started edging on my app. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm actually that I think it was you that gave me the cruising duck video. I'm actually gonna try that. But I'm gonna try and use a smaller um needle and see if I can't get a smaller duck, like, the size of the duck. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, Brenda. Brenda's in the house. Dasherville rocks. It is just the garage, and I've, kind of opened the van, and, I use my sink as, the only running water I have in the house. Um, but I actually got my first collab, which was kind of weird. Um, I got an instant hot water heater. So they sent me that, and it was for showering um, with propane, but it was the hiker propane, not the, it's the the butane propane mix. But it had a shower head and, a pump and a battery. So it was, I was pretty excited. I couldn't believe that somebody actually reached out to me to test the product. So yeah, and so I've been testing this product and everything else. So I've been quite busy trying to do that as well as, get Dasherville into purge mode. Mary shows up and I'm like, okay, if you came to visit my house, then, go away. But if you came to visit me and can accept the dirty house, well, you're more than welcome. Yes, the duck. Yep. Oh no, there was a state park to check out. Oh, did you go to Huntsville State Park? Because that was nice. Like I told you about the Huntsville State Park though. Don't go in the water. They tell you gators are there. Nice. Yeah, so I've been, like, trying to figure out all these kinda different, uh, like, my bins are all organized, like, all my cleaning supplies here, all my van life stuff here, my hiking stuff here, my camping stuff here, my I have 32 buckets that I've been filling up, and then I've got, like, 4 different racks to make a wall. So I've been purging like crazy. I've been resetting up my um, stuff to make my jewelry and my bracelets again and my earrings. And I mean, I miss doing that. So all my beads and all my stuff. So I've been trying to get everything back to somewhat of a, working order. Because I feel once my house is like set in order, I would feel more grounded. But I was discussing with Mary some of the videos and she's, "Oh, you gotta do it, you gotta do it, you gotta do it." So, that's kinda nice. Let's see. I go to visit people, not houses. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. No, I was heading east, Lake Livingston. Oh, Lake Livingston, okay. That's always a beautiful area, Lake Livingston. I have over 20 18-gallon tubs of oh, wow, and I ordered more. Wow. Yeah, I only have 1 tub of yarn. I did pick up some when I was at the beet harvest, that I'm gonna be using, so I'm gonna try and make a few things, but I wanted to try to make the cruising ducks because I think those are so cute. I think if they'd be just a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and make the cruising ducks, um 'cause that'd be kinda cool if I do them and then use those. I did book my first transatlantic cruise. Yeah, guys. March 15th, I will be leaving out of Cape, um, out of New Jersey, and I will be going on 15-day cruise. So the first 7 days at sea, and then we end up at the Azores, Portugal, and some stops in Spain, ending in Barcelona. And I'll be at Gibraltar too, which is considered the UK, but it's Gibraltar in Spain. So, and then ending in Barcelona. And this will be March 15th until the 30th, and this is the ship that my mother passed on. So this will be an interesting trip to say the least. I haven't been on that ship since we left. So, kind of weird, but I'm kind of excited to go. Um, yeah, I just, it's a great ship. Don't get me wrong. It's a great, great ship. We had a lot of fun on it. There's a lot more to do than normal Oasis class ships. They had iFly there. They had bumper cars. They had playmakers, which I love because their wings are awesome. They actually have an escape room and some things that, are not on normal Oasis class ships. So, but it'll be 15 days leaving out of New Jersey and then going to the Azores, Portugal, and Spain. So, never been to any of those. So, this will be a good trip. Let's see what. You have a lot of great ideas. Thanks. Thanks, Mary. Let's see, yarn I ordered 2 different Afghans. Oh, well, you need a lot. Yes, if you crochet the ducks, the people will be thrilled. I think so. Yay, it's the cruise. Yay, it's the cruise. No, I don't think I wanna go into that room again. I think that's just too freaky. Um, I know exactly which room she was in, or what we were in, because all three of us were in the same room. So I still have the um, sea pass for that cruise. And so I know exactly which room. I'm on the 8th floor of the cruise, and there's 16 decks. So I'm midship, but I'm kind of forward, but I'm close to the elevators. So this is yay. This is a good thing. I like being forward, front, because a lot of people want to use the back elevators, and to get to dinner and everything else is a pain in the rear. So I use the front elevators and walk through the 4th floor to get to dinner real quick. So it's always nice. Everybody say, how's Mike get doing? Editing a video at ATM and listening. Oh, at the moment. Yeah, I actually got a new editing software program that I have been eyeing for quite some time, and they had a sale on it. So I ended up pulling the trigger. So I'm learning a new editing program. Been doing InShot for a long time, but now I'm using Descript. So I finally pulled the trigger, finally got it, and so now I am doing videos and recording them and learning the new editing program. So, and that's actually cut a lot of work out for me, and I'm like, yes. So I'm loving it. So hopefully, cross my fingers, I'll have a couple of videos next week, which would be nice because I haven't had a video in over a year. So, yeah, because yeah, things happen and it's time to get back on the horse, guys. So, yeah, I gotta have my soda getting dry, guys. But I'm currently in Dasher. I'm in my house, and my van is inside the garage. Um, but gotta love fiber optic, guys. Let's see what we got. I agree with you about the room. Yeah, I think that would just be too much. I just think that would be too much. As it is, it's going to be hard for me to go to the casino. Because she passed it in the casino bathroom. So it's going to be kind of weird to go there again. Um, but I think I'm just going to get a little smudge stick. I'm going to bring a little smudge stick with me and, kind of just make sure she's not there. Or if she is, to set her free and go, it's okay, you can go, we're fine. Um, I have to face that part. And, you know, I'm sure she's with me anyways, but it's just going to still be a weird trip because it is the ship. Everywhere I look, I'm going to see her, when we ate dinner and when we, had this or when we did this or when we did that, I'm going to see her there. And so it's going to be kind of weird, but I'm looking forward to the trip because I've never been on a transatlantic. It's a repositioning cruise. So it'll be interesting. I tried to do a video and it didn't work. We'll try again soon. Going to try Kind Master. It's that Kind Master is really good. InShot is like Kind Master, and I think it gives you a little bit more freedom and it's kind of more user friendly than Kind Master. Linny uses it, and I figured if she can, I should be able to do. Yeah, I mean Kind Master is very easy. So is InShot. Do not do CapCut. A lot of people use CapCut, and that's, they're trying to say that they have rights to use your videos. And no one has the right to use my videos except me. So I kind of stopped using CapCut, and I've stuck to InShot and KindMaster. Yeah. What's a smudge stick? A smudge stick is like they are dried. You can have bay leaves or rosemary or, It's basically an herb, and you have it dried, and then you tie it. And so mine would be really thin because obviously they don't want anything burning anywhere. Um, so I it's either that or I'll probably bring a small incense stick. Just smoke. It's just the smoke to clear the air and release whatever bad juju is there. It's to cleanse an area, but it's mostly made of herbs, whether it be rosemary, oregano, basil, bay leaves, things like that. And it's tied into a little bundle, and that's what you light. And then the smoke from that is what cleanses, any bad juju. So there you go. Um, don't use Kind Master. The YouTube Create free app like Kind Master made by Google. Yeah, I mean, it's free. There's a free version you can use. There's a lot of good ones out there. I personally like InShot. And but anything by Google because it all kind of integrates is kind of good as well. I agree with you on that. If he's theirs, it's to let you know she's okay and happy. Yeah, I hope so. Hey, give me some luck in the casino. InShot. That's just another video editing program like KindMaster. KindMaster is a subsidiary of. Oh, really? Yeah, then I won't use KindMaster. Um, the free version is. Yeah, CapCut just wants to use people's videos, and if you're not paying me to use my video, you don't have the right to it, you know? I have the rights to my videos in perpetuity, so which means forever. So if you wanna use my videos, you're more than welcome to pay me for the rights, you know? That's my problem with CapCut. Explaining the Spudgnick. There you go. Correct, INSHOT. Thanks, Mike. Yeah. I think InShot is more easier than the KindMaster actually. Um, at the time that I did the editing videos, KindMaster was not part of CapCut. CapCut might have bought them out since. So, yeah, probably the case. But I started using Descript, which is kind of like a pro editing, but it's so much easier because it's a text-based editing. So it'll transcribe my videos, take out my ahs and ums, take out my long pauses, take out, I can redo my script, and right there I can see it, what I want to take out, what I want to keep. It'll, take out double takes, and I'm like all with a few clicks. I'm like, yes, you know. So I'm learning it. So it's a new program. So yeah. Uh, I like free to start. Yeah, I mean, you got to find a program that fits you. And, there are so many out there. There's, there's even Adobe and Final Cut Pro, and there's lighter versions that are free and this and that. I mean, those are the heavy duty ones. But, I want to stick to something that's reasonably priced, not overpriced, and so on and so forth. So, it's always technology changes by the day. So, what was once, for one year could change in a heartbeat the next. So I keep up with trying to figure out what is the best editing program for me and for those that are just starting out. So that's what I tend to do. Excuse me. I want free and easy. Yep. I think all of us want free and easy, or at least easy to understand and easy to navigate. A lot of the editing softwares are you're just bombarded by stuff going, huh? And so I've been doing this for 20 years. So believe me, it's just the placement of the icons are at different areas, but I know how, things work. So it's just depending on what you do. So yeah, it's dry here today. It's dry right now in my van. Whew. Why am I in my van? Because it's comfortable. Uh, why not? I actually started to kind of make a set for filming. Um, so uh, because I can close my door. I live in literally a garage. I mean, Mary will show you. It's a high ceilings, no walls. It's insulated, but it's no walls. Windows. I have windows and doors, but it's a garage. It's all open. So recording in here is very loud. It's very loud, especially with the two pups I've got. So I've decided that I'm going to make my van, even though it's parked here, a recording studio. Yep. So lo and behold, guys, oh, hold your breath. Lights. I've got, okay, let's see if I can do this now. Come on. Okay, no, it's not working. There it is. Okay. So now, let's see if I can do this. All right, I'm going to put my actual light on like I'm supposed to. Like this is going to be the newest setup per se of my videos when I start doing recordings, so you guys can see what's going on. Got to have my key lights, all this kind of stuff, right? You're gonna love this, right? Don't be hating. This takes a few minutes. All right. Ooh, what do they? See, I even got my little screen in the back. So my videos are going to be filmed like this, probably, um, or side to side, or I might have something over here yet. But this now becomes my recording studio. What do you guys think? Let's see. Why am I in my van? I'm on Dasherville. Oh, I'm on DaVinci. Yep, DaVinci, but it's a learning curve. Yeah, DaVinci's one of those high-end ones. Uh, oh, that gal. How are you? Hey, Fuzzy needs to get ready for Q. Yeah, and here's the best part, because I'm doing it in Fuzzy, I can still maintain having the aesthetics of this out there. So I can still film in my studio if I convert my van into the studio. So hence the reason I decide to be in my van. Dry is good. No condensation I've been dealing with. Oh, I know, right? Have the heat in the van more often. have to heat the van more often. It's getting cold. It's winter. Come on, guys. I mean, what do you expect? I think your garage is cool. It's a garage. It's a work in progress, but as I said, I'm still purging. So now it's starting to look better because everything is starting to get organized and put into their little places. I still have a ton of stuff I'm purging and getting rid of and getting out of here because I'm not using it, haven't used it. It's time to go. So yeah. It's a New York exact that traveled west. Yeah. I told Mary, I says, hey, it's a New York loft. Okay. I'm using shelving and bookshelves and closets that are covered as walls to separate my rooms. And it's worked out perfectly fine. It's comfortable for me. I stay here maybe a month or so and then I'm off doing something else. I was at the beet harvest for 7 weeks. I came home for 2 weeks. I went on a cruise for a week. I came home I'll be here for about a month and a half. And then I go to Q for what, 2 months? And then I go to a cruise for 15 days. I mean, I come back and then I'll stay maybe a month or two. And then I'm off to Rhode Island, to see my kids and then back to the beet harvest. And, hey, that's the nomadic life, guys. I mean, I might stick a Japan trip in there or, go to London or Scotland or something. I don't know. Who knows? Um, I just like to travel, guys. And I've got all my travel gear and stuff. And Mary's like, you should make a video on your amenity kit. You should make it, my long haul kit, my um all that kind of stuff. So how to survive a long haul flight, all that kind of stuff. So I'll be having those. Yeah. So this is my studio, guys. And then, oh, for the holidays, you guys gotta see this. I got holiday lights. Woohoo! Yay! So yeah. Think I'm a little excited? Yeah. Why not? It's the holidays. Gotta have fun. But yeah, that's what's happening. Hey Annie, how are you? Hi, hi, hi. This is the same thing because I have a family pictures on the walls and couldn't figure out how to blur them. That's the reason. Y- You know, it honestly, this is the best having it from the van. Um, and a video blur is called a mask. So go ahead into whatever editing program and go to F1, which is the help key, and look up mask, and that'll blur out your pictures. Or you can just blur out the background entirely. So, because I've done that when I'm at the Dasherville desk. I've done that. Fancy dancy. I know, right? I like the lights. Yay. It's festive. It's festive, right? Being in Oregon, oh, yeah, 100% every day. Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, we've had humidity here in Houston. Um, we had some rain and it just won't go away, and the humidity's still there. We had fog this morning. And it was pretty thick, but it turned out to be a partly sunny day by the end, and then the wind picked up, but there's no rain for the next, I think, 10 days, thank God, because we had some rain and my backyard is still muddy as hell. My brother-in-law put a bunch of dirt down to level it out, and now we see where we need to put some more dirt for leveling, and because the water's pooled. So, and once everything gets leveled, I can put grass seed down and we can start growing grass, and I have to get a fence in yard for the back for the boys so they can run. And well, except Zeus. Zeus has to be on a leash because we do have hawks. Because I think that's what happened to Zeus the first. So I will make sure that Zeus is protected. Let's see. I wish I could get rid of my garage stuff. But there are treasures out there in from my mom and stepdad and me. And it's always hard. I have literally 3 bins or 4 bins of just photos that were my mom and dad's. And so now going through all those photos, you're like, "Holy crap, I remember that. I remember this," because it's about us kids growing up. I remember this and I remember that. But it's also their childhood pictures. So I totally understand about everything. But there is so much stuff in here that I don't need. It needs to go, you know? It just needs to go. And then I bought the one wheel. So I've been falling on my butt learning how to ride the one wheel. It's fun, but I'm still learning how to balance on it and everything else because I think it'll be a great like ride. So I have a one wheel now. So I can and I sold my electric bike and its accessories to my sister. She wanted an e-bike, so I gave her that one, and I ended up getting she paid me for that because I was gonna sell it to get the one wheel. So I got the one wheel now. So yeah, it's kind of funny seeing me on a one wheel with a helmet and falling on my rear. I had my wrist guards and my knee guards until I get the balance and until I get the feel or the flow of it. Just take it out every day I can, see how it goes. So, love the colors. I know, right? It's so much fun. You got the bling. Blur using. Lisa showed me so many cool things. It's all on her Amazon shop link. Yes, it's on my shop link. All you needed is oh no, I've got that. No, no, no. I've got the disco ball. You want to see it? Guys are gonna laugh, but I do have the disco ball. Sure do. Hold on. Gotta get it out. Nope, no, no, no. I got the disco ball. Come on, where are you? Wakey, wakey. Time to show where you are. There you are. It's probably not charged, but bam. I do have the disco ball. So I just gotta charge it up. But I do have a disco ball, guys. Yes, sirree. There's gonna be a party in my van. Party in my van. Disco ball and all. Yeah, so much stuff in here from the damn beet harvest. I gotta go through all this. That's the best part of having a home base is that you can go through all your stuff when you get back and only take what you need. So, yeah. Okay, go back in there. Close the door. Nope. The heck? We came out of there, so you got to go back. Ha! Darn it. I know, right? Savannah. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I have depth of field. A lot of people have videos on that. Yep. I have a good friend in Houston that I'm supposed to go see. Nice. No, it's a one wheel. It's by Float Life. So you see those boards that have the big wheel and the flat the where they stand? Uh Here, let me see. I'll show you. Onewheel.com. Okay. All right. So let me share this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That's a one wheel. That's what's called a one wheel. Can you all see that? Let me see. Yeah. So that's a one wheel. Ta-da! Don't be laughing, guys. Now, don't be laughing. Okay, don't be laughing. I know you're all laughing, but that is a one wheel. Let's see. So jelly is it? Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great ride, but it does take a learning curve to get your center of balance and be able to do all, so I'm learning how to do it, get my center of balance and all that. So it's kind of fun though. Michelin man suit for that. Yeah, I've wiped out on it, don't get me wrong. But I've got my wrist guards, my knee guards, my helmet. Yeah. Growing up, parents that didn't care about anything. Yeah, I know, right? All kinds of stuff without any regrets, no ties to material possessions. Yeah, love it. I now know what a one wheel is. Yep, that's a one wheel. I ran over your steps. Oh, no, no, you didn't. No fixing it, dude. That was a good step stool. Aw, I like that step stool. Well, it's like what they wanted it to be like is snowboarding during the summer. So if you can snowboard, you can one wheel, no problem. But I don't have that center of gravity. I ski, but skiing is two separate feet. This is one board. So, I have to learn how to use, my center of gravity and everything. So it's kind of different. But yeah, but it's made for like snowboarding in summertime. It's wild, yeah. I know. Hey, never too old to learn, honey. Never too old. Because the minute that you say that you're too old for something, you're never too old. You're never too old to learn something new. So off I went to buy it. Somebody at the Beet Harvest had one. So I actually tried at the Beet Harvest before I went ahead and bought one. So to see if I could actually do it. And I did. I was cruising along like, "Oh, this is good." But they had the bigger board. So I have a smaller board. So it's a different center of balance. So I have to learn how to deal with that because I wanted the smaller board because for the van. I don't want this big board in my van, something that's small that I could easily transport. That was the key for me. So, how hard has it been writing? It hasn't been hard. It's just you got to spend the time and do it. Practice makes perfect. So, yeah, is it going to take me a bit? Probably, but then I'll fall on my butt many times. But until and just like anything, it's just what practice makes perfect. You'll find that balance. you'll find your center of gravity and then you'll be riding like nobody's business. So that's what I'm going to do. I still have my 2 and 4 wheels. Yeah. I had the electric bike, but honestly, it just takes up too much room in the van to transport. So it wasn't feasible for me. It had a mile on it. I didn't use it for 2 years. So I gave that, I mean, my sister bought it because I was gonna put it on Facebook Marketplace because it was brand new, only a mile on it with, the whole package. I had the baskets for both. I had the pannier bags. I had the comfort package seat. I had the ultra charger. I had everything in it. And I'm like, I'm not using it. So the one wheel was more economical or more feasible for me to carry in the van. It wouldn't take up that much room. So sold the electric bike that only had a mile on it and got the one wheel. Uh, Women get attached to things. Believe me, I'm learning to get unattached real quick because most of this stuff in here I haven't touched. If I haven't touched it in over a year, it's got to go. I have so much stuff. I mean, the only thing that I'm not throwing out is my hiking gear, my ultralight hiking gear, because I will be doing the Appalachian Trail at some point. Um, Hopefully on my 60th birthday, I'll be hiking the trail. And so I'm keeping all my ultralight camping gear. Other than that, hitting the road, buddy. Most of the stuff is getting out the door. Out the door it goes. Learn new things. Keep your mind going, mind and body. Hey, Donna. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on? I'm never going to be too old. Yeah, honestly, the minute you stop, it all goes downhill. You got to, learning stuff is the whole key. And an e-scooter at Costco with a seat and a basket. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their thing. I have a scooter. I have a little itty bitty scooter. Um, and everyone loved my little scooter, and it folds down to like a briefcase. And I have that. And I used it at the beet harvest just to get to the potty and come back. But the one wheel is more, and it has a seat and handlebars and 2 wheels and everything else like that. But it's really a compact little suitcase. Um, but it's made for being on the road, not off road. So, like it wouldn't be good for courtside. So I don't bring it to courtside. It has to be something like a campground or, things like that where there's asphalt. That's the kind of scooter I got. So I need something that I could, in courtside, this will handle anything. It'll handle rocks, it'll handle dirt, it will handle asphalt, fine, no problem. So that's why I got the one wheel. And everybody will be sporting a one, and now everybody will be sporting it. Hey, you know, start a trend. I don't know. It's fun. It really is a lot of fun. Once you get to learn your center of balance and your center of gravity on the board, and I got the Pint S, so it has the upgraded foot pads. It's got the mag handle. I actually bought the little car carrier so it lays so it won't roll around or slide around. I got the rails and the bumpers. So if I ever do end up selling the one wheel later down on the road, I can take all that stuff up, put on the factory bumpers again, and it'll look like a brand new freaking machine. So beat the hell out of it. They dropped it from a 3-story foot building. It dropped to the ground, bounced everything else, and somebody just got right on it and started, one wheeling away. So the thing is durable. Durable. Try 7+ years. Oh, 7+ years in the garage. No, it's got to go. After a year, it's going for me. Oh, us that have already ditched our e-bikes, my yeah, I just ditched it. Quartzsite is why I'm looking at a scooter because I don't want to drive the Torado. I know, and that's exactly the reason why I got the one wheel. I don't want to have to break camp just to go to the store or break camp, just to, I want to just be able to get on the one wheel and go. The e-bike was just too big. Even folded, it's a 20-gallon bucket that it sits in and it's still, high. It just took up too much room. So I'm like, no, it's not for me. So off I went, and the one wheel stands up. It takes a small footprint in my van, and I'm like, this is perfect. So I can just take that, have a day pack or a backpack, put, groceries in my backpack and go back to camp. I mean, and I don't have to break down my whole vehicle just to get, a 12-pack of soda or something. You'll be moving around like Casey Neistat was in New York. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be that good, but I'm going to try. I'm going to have fun. That's all that matters, really. Is it fun? Because that's the whole main reason of getting something is if you enjoy riding it. So I'm still learning. I'm still falling on my butt. I just got it Wednesday. I got it Wednesday. So I've taken it out a couple times. But it's, I only got it Wednesday. Plus the e-bike is, yeah, and it's heavy. This is not light either, but it's not as heavy as an e-bike because it's not awkward. You don't have the handlebars going and the wheels going everywhere and all that kind. It's just a board and one wheel. That's it. You know, so much easier. What the heck is a one wheel? Oh, you missed it? You missed it? Okay, I'll show one more time. I'll show one more time. This is a one wheel. Dun 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 dun. Rum 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 rum. Yeehaw! This is a one wheel. Yeehaw! So that's what I got. That is a one wheel. Let's see. You mean I became a porcelain princess again with a one wheel? Yes, you could. You could just zip on down and come right back. Yes, you could. Yes, and you don't have to break camp or drive the truck in the dust and all that. You just walk right to the asphalt or even, ride it and then get to the ditch, walk into the ditch, over the ditch, onto the asphalt, and just zip on down. Yep. It folds and but still takes up room. But I need to get rid of things in my garage. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because the garage seems to be like the collection of God knows what. And then when you actually move, you realize you have all this crap that you haven't seen in years. Um, so it seemed to be like when I moved, I had all this stuff, finally moved out of the house and brought everything here. I'm like, holy crap, I still got to purge. I still have to purge. And so now I'm actually physically doing that, purging like crazy. That's not the same thing, Donna. Although I would really like to see. No, no, I no. No, I'm not in a unicycle. There's no way I would do a unicycle in my life. I am not that good. Yeah, definitely end up. That's why I've got a helmet. I've got knee pads. I've got um, wrist guards. Uh, and then, and somebody actually said you need to get put on a cushion for your butt for your tailbone. Hey, whatever it takes to learn that, because once your memory is to, it's like snowboarding. I mean, they made it for snowboarding in the summer. So if you can snowboard in the winter, you can do a one wheel like nobody's business, because it's in the same premise of the same body movements of snowboarding. And it's all on your center of gravity, and I haven't found that yet, so I'm still working on that. Lisa, do you know where you will be staying in Quartzsite? Not yet. Um, Still looking to find, I have not, eh, I won't know until I get there. Um, because every time I end up going like to Palmosa Road or High Jolly or, LVTA, everyone has just been packed in there. And I don't want to be so far out there. So I'm going to find a place that's, nice and, we'll, I'll figure it out when I get there, you know, because I don't want a place that's so damn crowded that, everybody's breathing down everybody's neck. And that's just not the way I like to camp. So we'll see. George Carlin will say the house is nothing but a place. Yeah, exactly. For all my stuff. Yeah. And unfortunately, I have more stuff than I need. So I would rather give it away to a homeless shelter or a women's shelter or something that they could put it in their thrift stores and help somebody out. I'm okay with that because, you know, a lot of the stuff I do have is good. It's just I have too much of it and I'm not using it. So why am I keeping it? Time to go, you know? Tyson Wells RV park. Yeah, I'm not in an RV park. I will boondock. Fuzzy has enough solar panels, everything else. I will be boondocking. Even though I'm in my garage and everything else here, but honestly, I prefer boondocking. So I will not be at an RV park. Uh, I would break bones. Hey, you're only as old as you feel. But you know your body's limitations. Like for me, yes, I have an achy hip. Yes, I have bad feet. Yes, I have, a bum knee. Um, but believe it or not, the mobility of being able to, move is far better than sitting on my butt doing nothing. So to me, it could only strengthen. Is it gonna hurt? Yeah. Am I gonna have fun? Absolutely. So there you go. It's all how you want to do it. Then again, I'm 58, 59 years old. So I still got some life in me in these old bones. I'm not that old where, I still can't enjoy a few things. Um, Way easier than snowboarding. No need to jump on the one wheel. Or do you turn? No need to jump with, or do you turn? You can jump and turn. You can do circles and you can turn around immediately right on the wheel. you know, you just lift your body and go whoop and shoo and turn. It's all controlled by your feet. So if you want to stop, you just lift your heel and the board will stop and you can get off on the back end. Um, all of the controls and everything else for the one wheel is controlled by your feet, for lack of terms. You don't have, there's no hand controls. So everything's controlled with the feet. That's what I like about it. So can you turn? Yes. Can can you spin or jump? Yep. Can do that too. I can do that, but not knowing anyone there makes me nervous. Trust me, by the end of it, you just go to the RTR. You'll make friends like crazy. I mean, everyone shows up for the RTR. There's the women's RTR where it's just women for the first week, and the second week it's everybody. So nervous, you're around other women, no problem. You know, they just go to Hawa and find out when the women's RTR is, and they'll have a certain section where only women can camp, and they'll show you where it's at. Definitely. I don't usually go to the women's RTR. I don't show up for that. But there are specific like camp sites, or camp groups. They all group and it's all the women's RTR. They all group. And they actually do have men who will halt any men coming in. So, yeah, I'm 62. You're young. Okay, I'm 58. I'll be 59. You're only 3 years older than me. You're not that old. You're 62. I'm 50. I'm going to be 59 in April. Really? No, I'm closer to 60. I'm only 3 years old. 3 years younger than you. We're in good shape. I know, right? I won't be down there that early. Is it early January? I'm not coming down until about the 21st. I don't know when Hawa's. Let me see when Hawa. I don't know when the RTR. Rubber Tramp Rendezvous starts. Let's see. Present. Share screen. Chroma tab. Okay, let's go to the full screen. Take this off. Okay, let's see what we got here. So 2026 Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Okay, the women's RTR is January 7th through the 9th, which is Wednesday through Friday. The RTR is the 10th through the 15th. Okay. The 10th through the 15th. So, camp locations, RTR takes place in courtside, the hub, dispersed in surrounding BLM lands. Here's the women's RTR. Okay, solo travel, safety, situation awareness, vehicle setup, small rigs budget, health, hygiene, self-care, building community, vehicle setup, small rigs and budget builds. Everything is free to attend. So here's all of the stuff. Ta-da. Okay. So it seems like it is the 7th through the 9th, Wednesday through Friday, and then Saturday through Thursday, the 15th, is the RTR. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the big tent right after, usually. But here are some of the yep, is what it looks like. There you go. So that pretty much is, the dates for the RTR. Okay, let's see what we got. Yep, you're only as old as you allow yourself to be. It was so funny. I went to a restaurant this week for lunch, and the woman said, "Well, I'd like to order from the senior menu. How old do you have to be?" And she says, "There's no age limit. It's what you want to be. What age do you want to be today?" And I thought that was the coolest answer. The coolest answer that the waitress would give. It's whatever your age you want to be today. There's no age limit. I'm like, well, that is cool. It's just a smaller portion. Or if you want kids menu, no problem, you know? I've had health issues, just started to feel normal again. Yay! PJ, glad to hear you're on the mend. Absolutely. Glad to hear you're on the mend. It's always nice when you start to feel, like normal again. Although I don't know if this is normal or not, but yeah, going through health issues is never fun. I spent 2 years with cancer, trust me. And then by the time I felt normal again, I was like, "Whew, well, that was tough." Well, that was tough. I'm glad I'm here now. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I can actually turn this down, right? Guys are like being all scared, right? Woo, the light is on. There we go. Normal lights. Sorry. But anyways, yes, guys, it is an hour already. Can you believe that? Wow. This is crazy. Start talking about something and look what happens, right? The time just flies. So, yep, this week I hope to I have to do some door dashing because I spent a little bit too much on that cruise. My kids were with me, so yeah. So I will have to be doing some DoorDash or some Uber Eats today or this coming week, as well as trying to get all of this mess. Um, I feel once your house is like clean and everything else and everything put in its order, you feel so much better. I'm finally getting out of a crazy funk I've been in. Um, Starting to feel a little happy again. And so yeah, I'm starting to get back into the swing of things, which is good. Starting to feel like editing and videoing again and starting to regain my passion. It's been a year and it's been a long year, and it had a lot to do with Zeus passing and the way that he passed and some things that came up that I thought I shoved away, but guess I didn't shove it far enough. And so now I'm feeling a heck of a lot better. And yeah, so yippee for me. I want to see the duck when you get it done. I'll have it done by next week because I'm really it's not that hard. So I'm gonna have it done next week. Um, you go 1 year to you go 1 year to RTR and you're good. Same topic, but it does give us a place to reconnect with a few friends. Yes, and I mostly now just go to the RTR for the van builds, to see how people are building their vans or what's new and coming or some, taking some ideas from that. I pretty much don't go to the RTR anymore because, again, like you said, it's pretty much the same subjects every single year. And it's mostly geared to those that are new to van life. Um, but you're right. It's a place for people connect because everybody knows the RTR is at the ballpark. So everyone, "Oh, well, we'll meet you at the ballpark," and so everyone hooks up there and, meets everyone there. So, like I said, I just now go for the van builds so I can see the different van builds, honestly. Not gonna lie. Wait a minute, you won 65,000 for what? What do you mean? I didn't win 65,000. Probably I owe that. No, I'm just kidding. Good to feel good again. Yes. It's finally it's long overdue. Um long overdue. So I'm starting to actually enjoy editing again, enjoy looking at my footage, enjoy um filming and getting some joy back. And it's been a while. And I always believed if you don't feel it, don't do it because it comes out in your videos. So it's like I wasn't there, you know? And now I'm starting to actually feel good again to start filming and start editing, and I'm getting excited about editing and um, you know, making a studio, which I would have never thought of doing about, 3 months ago. So now it's, getting a studio and actually having I actually bought for those that want to know, somebody told me that I should start doing ASMR for because of my broadcast voice. So, yeah, guys, I got the Yeti. Look at that monster. Look at that monster. So now I got the pro mic. Look out. Yep. So gonna be doing some storytelling with this sucker. So that'll be nice. Storytelling with that sucker. And let me tell you, this thing is like honking. Oh, let's see. So you're going to go down early January. Yeah, I'll probably head down starting like the second week of January. Um, on your cruise. Oh, I didn't win 65K on my cruise. No. No. I okay, I spent what? 12 grand and I won 7. Yeah. So I owe 5. But I got a transatlantic cruise out of it. So which the transatlantic cruise would have cost me 14 grand. So, hey, I'm all right with that. A fuzzy mic in fuzzy. Right? All right, guys. Oh my God. So it's past the hour. I should probably let y'all go. It is late into the night for you, some of y'all, or early, who knows. Um, so I am going to let y'all go for this evening because I still have things I've got to do. Like I said, I'm finally starting to feel good. I might go ahead since I'm here in the studio that I might actually start filming the things that I need to film and put together some videos. Yeah, because I'm starting to feel pretty good in my studio. Yay! So, good night. Thank you, PJ. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good week, everyone. Yes, please stay safe out there. I plan on getting to courtside probably the second week of January. I will be here up until then through the holidays. So, this is it, guys. So, I hope everyone has a pleasant week. Stay safe out there. And as always, stop dreaming it and start living it. Love you all, guys. Have a good night. Stay safe. Bye.